more valuable than anything.
Oh, do stop worrying, darling. The room looks divine now. Just look at it.
Darling, Georg Bamberger's a multi-millionaire. He's lived all his life against this sort of furniture. Our few stolen bits aren't going to impress him. He's coming to see the work of an unknown sculptor. If you ask me, it might look much better if he found me as I really am, a poor artist. It might touch his heart.
It might, but it certainly won't impress Daddy. Remember, he's coming too.
As if I could forget why you had to invite your monster father tonight, I can't think.
You just want some proof you can earn your own living.
And what if Mr. Bamberger doesn't like my work?
He will, darling. Just stop worrying.
I can't. Get me a whiskey. I've got a foreboding. It's all going to be a disaster. An A1, copper-bottomed, 24-carat disaster. I know you military men in any case, and your father's bound to hate me.
Why?
Because I'm a complete physical coward. You'll smell it on my breath.
All you've got to do is to stand up to him. Daddy's only a bully when he thinks people are afraid of him.
Well, I am.
Afraid of you?
As cozy as a steel razor blade.
Well, why do you still have... When was the last time you said you saw her?
I told you 2 years ago.
Well, why do you still have that photo of her in your bedroom drawer?
It was just there, that's all. Give me a kiss. No one in the world kisses like you. Look, people will begin to arrive in a moment. Put a record on. Better be something for your father. Mr. Bamberger liked my work, and buy some. And let Carol's monster father like me. And let my neighbour Harold Gorringe never find out we've borrowed his precious furniture behind his back. Blast! A fuse!
Oh, no!
It must be!
It is?
Oh, no!
Or a power cut. Where's the box?
In the hall!
Have you any candles?
No! Dad!
Where are the matches?
On the drinks table. I'll try on the record player. Damn, 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 damn!
There. No.
Would you believe it? All right, I'm coming. Hello? Hello? No, fine, just fine. You? Darling, go and look in the bedroom, will you?
I haven't finished in here yet.
Well, I've just remembered there's some fuse wire in the bedroom, in that drawer where you found the photo. Go and get it, will you?
I don't think there is. I didn't see any there.
Don't argue, just look!
All right, keep your hairpiece on.
Sorry, darling, just know it's there, that's all.
What about the matches?
We'll just have to mend it in the dark. Please hurry, dear.
Oh, God, how dreary.
Darling! Claire! What on earth are you doing here? I thought you were in Finland. But you've only been gone 6 weeks. Where are you calling from? The air terminal? No, that's not a good idea tonight. I'm terribly busy. I can't get out of it. It's business.
There's nothing here except your dreary socks. I told you.
Look, I can't stop now. Can I call you tomorrow? Or where will you be? Look, Claire, I told you no. Not tonight. I know it's just around the corner. That's not the point. Look, the situation's changed. Something's happened this past month.
I can't find anything, please.
Look, I can't discuss it over the phone.
There's nothing there. Haven't we any matches at all?
Oh, stop wailing! No, not you. Look, I'll call you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Who's that?
Just a chum. Did you find the wire?
Can't find anything in this. Haven't we any matches at
pub. Perhaps they'll have some candles as well.
Help! Help! Oh, someone please help me!
Miss Furnival? Is that you? Yes? Yes. Why? Have your lights gone out too? Then it must be a power cut.
I don't think so. The lights are all out in the flat.
Then it must be the main fuse of the house.
Where's that?
In the cellar. It's all sealed up. No one's allowed to touch it but the electricity people.
What are we going to do?
Get them. Quick.
Will they come at this time of night?
They've got to. Miss Furnival, do you by any remote chance have any matches on you?
I'm afraid I haven't, Mr. Miller. So improvident of me, and I'm so frightened.
Darling, this is Miss Furnival from upstairs. Miss Furnival, Miss Melkett.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Isn't this frightful?
Perhaps we could put Mr. Bamberger on.
Impossible. He's dining out and coming straight on hereafter. He can't be reached. Hello? Operator? Give me the London Electricity Board night service. Yes, I'm sure the number's in the book, miss, but I'm afraid I can't see. No, there's no need to apologise. I'm not blind. I just can see we've got a fuse. Miss, please, this is an emergency. Thank you. London is staffed with imbeciles.
Mr. Miller.
Look, I don't want the number. I can't dial it. Well, have you ever tried to dial a number in the dark? I just want to be connected. Thank you. Miss Furnival, do you by any remote chance have any candles?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Miller.
Hello. I'd like to report a mains fuse at number 18 Scarlatti Gardens. All right. Hold on. Hold bloody on.
Might suggest Harry Orange opposite might have some candles. He's away for the weekend, but he always keeps his keys under the mat.
Splendid idea. That's just the sort of sensible thing he would have. Here, take this. I'll go and see, love. Ah!
Are you all right, Mr. Miller?
I knew it. I bloody knew it. This is going to be the worst night of my life.
Don't panic, darling, just don't panic.
You're quite right, Miss Melky. We must none of us panic.
Hello? This would have to happen tonight. It's just for Brinsley's luck.
Is it something special tonight, then?
It couldn't be something more special if it tried.
Really, may I ask why?
Have you ever heard of a German called Georg Bamberger?
Indeed, yes. Isn't he the richest man in the world?
Yes. Hello? Well, he's coming here tonight.
Tonight?
In 20 minutes, to be exact. And apparently, to make matters worse, he's stone dead.
May I ask why he's coming?
He saw some photos of Brinsley's work and apparently got madly excited about it. His secretary rang up last week and asked if he could come and see it. He's a great collector. Bryn would be absolutely made if Bamberger brought a piece of his.
Oh, exciting.
It's his big break. Or was, till a moment ago.
You must get some help. Jiggle that thing.
Hello? This is number 18 Scarlatti Gardens. I'm afraid we've had the most dreary fuse. It's what's laughingly known as the main switch. Now, we want a little man. Well, they can't all have flu. Oh, please try. It's screamingly urgent. Thank you. Sometimes you see things they hope it's a lot of help.
They're not here to help, my dear. In my young days, you paid your rents and you felt satisfaction. All you get nowadays is some foreigner swearing at you. And if they think you're of the middle classes, then it only makes it worse.
Would you like a drink?
No, thank you. I didn't drink. My father, being a Baptist minister, strongly disapproved of alcohol.
Is there anybody there?
In here, Daddy Pigs!
Can't you run a light on, damn it? I almost knocked yourself out of a damn milk bottle.
We've got a fuse, nothing's working.
What a relief and night.
This is my father, Colonel Melkett, Miss Furnival. She's from upstairs.
Good evening.
I'm taking refuge with Mr. Miller for a moment. I'm not very good in the dark.
to me. What the hell is that?
Some of Brinsley's work.
Is it, by Jove? How much does that cost?
I think he's asking £50 for it.
My God!
Do you like the flat, Daddy? He's furnished it awfully well, hasn't he? I mean, it's rich, but not gaudy place.
Very elegant. Good. I see he's got excellent taste. Now, that's what I understand by a real work of art. You can see what it's meant to be.
Good heavens!
What is it?
It's just that Buddha. It so closely resembles the one Harold Gorringe has.
Must have cost a pretty penny, what? It must be quite dwarf.
Well,
By Jove, it's got pretty colours.
do you know Mr. Gorringe?
Oh, very well indeed. We're excellent friends. He has such lovely things. Oh,
What?
this furniture, surely.
Daddy, why don't you look in here? It's Prince Studio.
What for?
You can leave your umbrella there.
Very well, Duncan. Anything to oblige. Excuse me.
You're a sport, aren't you, Miss Furnival?
I don't know. But this furniture, what is it doing here? It belongs to Mr. Gorringe.
I know. We've done something absolutely frightful. We've stolen all his best pieces and put all Ring's horrible bits in his room.
But why, it's disgraceful.
I know. Because Ringsley's got nothing, Miss Furnival. Nothing at all. He's as poor as a church mouse. If Daddy had seen his place as it looked normally, he would have forbidden our marriage on the spot. Mr. Gorringe wasn't there to ask, so he just took the chance.
If Harold Gorringe knew that anyone had touched his furniture or his porcelain, he would go out of his mind. And as for that Buddha, it's his most precious piece. It's worth hundreds of pounds.
Oh, please, Miss Furnival, you won't give us away with you. We're desperate. And it's only for half an hour. Oh, please, please.
Very well, I won't betray.
Oh, thank you.
But you will have to go back the moment Mr. Bamberger and your father leave.
I swear. Oh, Miss Furnival, you're an angel. Do have a drink. Oh, no, you don't. Well, have a bit of
Well, that's supposed to be sculpture.
It's not supposed to be, it is.
They make good garden implements. I like them for turning the soil.
Daddy, that's not very funny.
Sorry, Dumpling. Speak as you
I
find.
wish you wouldn't call me Dumpling.
Well, no point in wasting this. We may need it.
Don't worry, Miss Furnival. Ring will be back in a minute with the
Oh,
candles.
and then I'll leave you. Of course, I don't want to be in your way.
You're not at all.
Hello?
Did you find anything?
Can't find anything in that. If there's candles there, I don't know where they are. Did you get the electricity people?
They said they might send someone round later.
How much later?
We don't know.
That's a fat lot of help. What a lookout. A millionaire to show sculpture to and your monster father to keep happy. Lovely.
Good evening.
Rin, this is my father, Colonel Love.
Well. Hope you clean here all the time, sir. I'm expecting some dreadful neighbours. Monster neighbours. Neighbour monsters! They rang up and said they might look round later. Well.
Well,
Well,
You seem to be in a spot of bother.
No, just the views. We have them all the time. I mean, it's not the first views I've survived, and it wouldn't be the last, I
In
suppose.
the meantime, you got no matches, right?
Right.
No candles, right?
Right.
No basic efficiency, right?
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
By basic efficiency, young man, I mean the simple state of being at attention in life rather than at ease.
Well, I'm certainly not at ease,
So
sir.
what are you going to do about it?
Do?
Don't echo me, sir. I don't like it.
You don't like it. Oh, sorry.
Now look here, this is an emergency. Anybody can see that.
No one can see anything, sir. That's the emergency.
There you go. Stand off here, sir, if you don't mind. Now, let's look at the situation objectively. Right?
Right.
Good. Problem, darkness. Solution, light.
Oh, very good, sir.
Weapons, matches none. Candles none. What remains?
Search me.
Torches, sir, torches. What?
Or a set of early Christians.
What did you say?
Nothing. I'm becoming unhinged. Torches. Brilliant.
Tea. Where did you find one?
The pub? What time is it?
Quarter to 10. Just make it if you're hurrying.
Your clarity, Mike, has saved the day.
Well, get on with it, man.
Yes, sir, right. Back in a minute.
Hello, anyone there?
Harold!
Kingsley.
It's Harold! He's back! The furniture!
Hey, what's going on here?
Nothing, Harold. Don't go in there. We've had a fuse. It's dark all over the house.
Have you phoned the electric?
Yes, of course. Come in here.
Oh, it's rather camp in the dark, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose so. So you're back from your weekend then?
Oh, certainly am, dear. Weekend, some weekend, it rained the whole bloody time. I'm down to my panties.
Well, have a drink and tell us all about it.
So say then,
I am Mr. Coleridge.
Fernie.
Taking refuge, I'm afraid. You know how I hate the dark.
Blasted thing. Beginning to go. That's better.
May I present Colonel Melkett? This is Harold Gorringe.
How do?
How do you do?
And there's Miss Carol Melkett, Harold Gorringe.
Hello?
You've got no candles, I suppose.
Would you believe it, Colonel, that I have one silly me?
What the devil do you do that for?
Saving your wit, Colonel. It's failing fast and you may need it later.
It's all right, I have so much.
Matches?
Hey, what was that?
A draft. Cross currents, you know. No match stays alight for long in this room. Old houses are full of them. They're almost a permanent feature of this house.
Here, have you been drinking?
Of course not.
Now, look here. What's up with you?
Dangerous.
What?
Dangerous. Hideous accidents can happen with naked flames.
I don't know what you're on about. What's up with you?
I've just remembered, it's something they always warn you about. In old houses, the fuse box and the gas meter are always in the same cupboard. They are here!
So, what of it?
Well, electrical blowouts can damage the gas supply, and you've got to avoid naked flames till they're mended.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Well, take it from me. It's fantastically dangerous to burn a naked flame in this room.
Bryn's absolutely right. In fact, they warned me about it on the phone this evening when I called them. They said, whatever you do, don't strike a match till the fuse is mended.
There, you see? It's fantastically dangerous.
Well, why didn't you warn me, Dumpling?
I forgot.
Brilliant.
We must take care.
We certainly must. Let's all have a drink. Cheer us up.
Good idea. Mr. Gorringe, would you like a drink?
Well, I must say, that wouldn't come amiss. Not after the journey I've had tonight. I swear to God, there was 35 people in that compartment, and there was one. Babes in arms, toddlers, 3 yapping poodles, 2 nuns, and not a sausage to eat from Leamington to London. It's a bloody disgrace.
You think they put on a restaurant car, Mr. Gorringe?
But then, Fernie, they don't give you pennies once they got you up there. Excuse me, I'll just go and clean up.
You could do that in here.
Well, I must unpack anyway.
I'll do it later.
No, I hate to keep clothes in a suitcase longer than I absolutely have to. There's one thing I can't stand, it's a crease suit.
Well, 5 more minutes won't hurt, surely.
Oh, you aren't half bossy.
What do you have? We need beer or Jeanette.
Come again?
Any whiskey, beer, vodka, or dear old standby Jeanette.
I can see you're the camp one. That's all the same to you. I'll drop a Jeanette with a little lemon toast, please.
Young man, do I have to keep reminding you that you're in an emergency? You have a guest arriving any second.
God, I've forgotten.
Try the pub, try the neighbours, try whom you damn well please, servant. Get a torch.
Right, sir. Carol, can I have a word with you a moment,
I'm
please?
here.
What now?
Excuse us just a moment, please, Colonel.
Mr. Gorringe, it's so exciting. You'll never guess who's coming here tonight.
Who?
I'll guess.
The Queen.
Oh, Mr. Gorringe, so ridiculous.
I don't know who.
Think! We've got to put all Harold's furniture back in his room.
No.
We've got to. I can't get a torch till we do.
We can't.
We must. He'll go mad if he finds out what we've done.
Well, come on, Fernie, don't be a tease. Who is it? Who's coming?
Well, I'll give you a clue. It's someone with money.
Money? Me?
Carol!
Look, can't you just tell him it was a joke?
Look, you don't know him. He's mad about his treasures. He cleans everything twice a day with a special swan's down duster. He would wreck everything. Would you like him to call me a thief in front of your father?
Of course not.
Well, he would. He gets absolutely hysterical. I've seen him.
Brensley!
Look, you hold the fort, serve them all drinks, just keep everything going in the dark. I'll try and put everything back.
It won't work.
It's got to!
Brensley!
Come in, sir. Just getting some empties to take to the pub.
Say what you like. That boy's touched.
Trust me.
And a double mirror!
Yes, sir, right. Help is definitely on the way.
Well, hurry it up, man.
Yes, right. Carol will serve you all drinks. If Mr. Bamberger arrives, just explain the situation to him.
Well, now, drinks. What's everyone going to have? Now, it's gin ale for Mr. Gorringe, and I suppose we need for Daddy.
How on earth are you going to do that in the dark?
I remember the exact way I put out the bottles. It's very simple.
Here, look, if we strike a match. I'm sure it's not that dangerous. Just
Oh,
a minute.
no! Do you want to blow us all up, Mr. Gorringe? Oh, poor Mr. Bamberger would find would be tinsy-wincy bits of us. Very messy, thanks.
Bamberger, is that who's coming? Geo Bamberger?
To see Mr. Miller's work, isn't it exciting?
Well, I never. I read an article last week about him in the Sunday Pick. He's known as a mystery millionaire. He's almost completely deaf as a post. Spends most of his time indoors with his collection. That's what I'd do if I had the money. Just collect all the china and porcelain I wanted.
I've never met a millionaire, but I always imagine they must be different to us. Their actual skins, I mean.
Their skins?
Yes, I've always imagined they must be softer than ours, like the skins of young ladies when I was a girl.
What an interesting idea.
Oh, she's very fanciful about
Oh, you are kind, Mr. Gorringe. You're so generous with your compliments. But it's no fancy. Now, in my days, the softness of skin was quite the sign of refinement. Nowadays, of course, it's hard enough for us of the middle classes to keep ourselves decently clothed, let alone soft. My father used to say, even before the bombs came and burnt our dear little house at Wendover, "The game's up, my girl," he said. "We of the middle classes are as dead as a dodo." Poor father, how right he was.
Your father was a professional man?
He was a man of God's care.
Oh, how are those drinks coming, Duncan?
Fine, Daddy, that'll be 1 minute.
Let me help you.
You can take this bit over to Miss Furnival if you like.
Very well.
This lemon for Miss Furnival.
Right you are, Duncan. So your father was a minister then?
He was a saint, girl. I'm only thankful he never lived to see the rudeness and vulgarity of life today.
Oh, you're so right, Fanny. Rudeness and vulgarity. That's it to a T. Manners are something for today beyond belief.
There's your lemonade.
Thank you, most kind.
Damn it to hell! It's a blasted rocking chair. I didn't see a blasted rocking chair here before.
If you want to watch that, it's in its ropey condition. I've warned Lindsay about it several times.
My, Mr. Gorringe, how splendid of you. Here's your gin and lime. Where are you, Daddy?
Here I am, Duncan.
Do you care for porcelain yourself, Colonel?
I'm afraid I don't know much about it, madam. I like some of that Chinese stuff. You get some lovely colours, like on that statue I saw when I came in here. Very delicate.
What statue's that, Colonel?
The table's up. Very fine.
I didn't know Bryn had any Chinese stuff.
Well, before our drinks, I'd like to propose Daddy's regimental toast. Raise your glasses, everyone, to the dear old 25th horse, up the British and death to all the natives.
I'll drink to that.
Thank you, Duncan. That was very touching of you. Very touching indeed. Damn it, That's gin.
I've got lemonade.
Horrible, horrible. That would be alcohol, I suppose.
Right. Yes, sir.
Let's try again. Bottoms up.
Quiet. Listen, I can't stand another minute of this.
Daddy, please!
I don't care, Dumpling. If I blow us up, I blow us up. I've had enough. What the devil do you do? What are you doing down there?
Now, don't be rash, Colonel. Isn't the first rule of an officer, don't involve your men in unnecessary danger?
Don't be impertinent. Where's the torch?
The pub was closed.
You couldn't go to the pub in that time, surely. You couldn't have done.
Of course I did.
It's 5 streets away, Mr. Miller.
Needs must when the devil drives, Miss Furnival, whatever that means.
Now, look here. There's something damn peculiar going on in this room. I may know not anything about art, but I know men. I know a liar in the light, and I know one in the dark.
Daddy, please!
Now, look, I don't want to doubt your word, sir, but all the same, I want your oath on it that you went to that public house. Well,
Bring Daddy speaking to you!
what are you shouting for?
Yes, I know exactly. I was just thinking it over for a moment.
Well, what's your answer?
I couldn't agree with you more, Colonel.
What?
It was a very perceptive remark you made. Not everyone would have thought of that. Individual, you know. Almost witty.
Young man, are you trying to be funny?
Well, I'll try anything once.
I see, this is becoming a bit unpleasant, isn't it?
It's becoming very pegs.
Well, Dumpling, let me handle this.
What's there to handle, sir?
If you think I'm going to let my daughter marry a born liar, you're very much mistaken.
Marry?
Well, that's the idea.
You and this young lady, Prince?
And what's laughingly known is engaged. Subject, of course, to Daddy's approval.
Well,
I hope you approve, Harold.
you certainly have keeping to say, don't you?
I meant to tell you, Harold, I really did. You were the one person I was going to tell.
Well, come now, Mr. Torrey. Not one single soul, really.
And at the moment, Dumpling, there's nothing to tell, and I'm not sure that there's going to be.
Look, sir, please don't put us on the wrong foot. If it's my fault, I apologise.
Remember, to err is human, to forgive is divine. Father always used to say.
I thought that was somebody else.
Oh, everybody used to call me.
May I help you, Miss Furnival?
No, thank you. I'm just getting myself another bit of name.
Of course, help yourself.
Well, sir, I'm prepared to overlook your damn peculiar behaviour, but understand this, Miller. My daughter's very dear to me. If you show me you can look after her, I'll consider the whole thing most favourably. I can't say fairer than that. Come on.
Of course he can look after me, Daddy. His works are going to be world famous. In 5 years, I shall be like Mrs. Michelangelo.
There wasn't a Mrs. Michelangelo, actually.
Wasn't there?
He had passionate feelings for rather different.
I didn't know that.
Remember, to err is human, to forgive divine.
You've just said that.
Oh, dear.
Oh, come now, Mr. Gorringe, it really is a case of forgive and forgetty cakes.
Is it really cakes?
Have another dinner to lime. I'll have one with you.
All right, don't mind if I do.
Let me mix it for you.
Ah. I must say, there's nothing nicer than having a booze up with a pretty girl.
You haven't seen me yet.
Oh, I just know it. Brinsley always had wonderful taste. I've often said to him, you've got the same taste in ladies as I have in porcelain.
No, don't be so silly, Bryn. Why be so modest? There's nothing to be ashamed about. If anything, it's rather flattering. I found a photograph of one of his bits 2 years ago, and I must say, she was pretty stunning, in a blousey sort of way.
Which one's that then? Suppose she means clear.
Did you know her, Mr. Gorringe?
Oh, yes. She's been around a long time. Oh, yes. Or am I speaking out of turn?
Not at all. I told Carol all about Claire, though I'm surprised you called 3 months a long time, Harold.
Oh, what was she like?
I suppose you can hardly remember her, Harold.
Why, you know, shouldn't I?
Well, after all, it was 2 years ago.
2 years?
2 years ago.
I remember her perfectly. I mean, just not one you can easily forget, is she?
Was she pretty?
No, in fact, I'd say the opposite. She was rather plain.
She wasn't.
I'm just giving my opinion.
You said
I never asked. Since it's come out, I always thought she was ugly. For one thing, she had teeth like a picket fence. You know? Rather, she had bad skin.
she had nothing of the kind.
She did, I remember it perfectly. It was like new pink wallpaper with all green combi paper underneath.
Right, Mr. Gorry. I hardly ever saw her, but I do remember her skin. It was a bad colour and very coarse. Not the soft like the skin should be of young ladies, if they are young ladies.
You knew I never liked her, Beasley. She was too clever by half.
And so tiresomely bohemian.
Just a reddish show-off, if you ask me.
You mean she was pretentious as her name? I bet she was. That photograph I found showed her in a dirndl, the sort of sultry peasant blouse. She looked like the barter bride done by Lloyd's Bank.
That's not very funny, Harold. What the hell's the matter with you?
With me?
Well, I'm sure it wasn't the Colonel.
What was it, sir?
Claire!
What?
I was just remembering her, sir. You're all talking the most awful nonsense. She was beautiful. And anyway, Harold, you just said I was famous for my taste in women.
Aye, but it had its lapses.
Rubbish. She was beautiful and tender and considerate and loyal and kind and adorable in every way.
You told me she was as cosy as a steel razor blade.
Did I? Surely not. Doesn't sound a bit like me.
You said to me in this room when I asked you what she was like, she was a painter. Very honest, very clever, and just about as cosy as...
As a steel razor blade. All right, I said it. So bloody what?
If that boy isn't touched, I don't know the meaning of the word.
What's all this talk about her being kind and tender all of a sudden?
She could be. On occasion. Very.
Very rare occasion, I imagine.
Not so rare. Not so rare at all.
Meaning what exactly? Brinsley, I'm talking to you.
Go upstairs to the bedroom. Wait for me there. I can explain everything.
What did you say?
I think he wants you upstairs.
They're going to do some more of that plotting, I dare say.
Lovers talk, Colonel.
Very touching, I'm sure.
Journeys end in lovers meeting, as my father always used to say.
What an original father you seem to have had.
What is it, darling? Has something gone wrong? What can't you do?
Nothing. It's all back. Every bit of it.
You mean we can have light?
Yes. No.
Why not?
Never mind.
Why do you want me in the bedroom?
I don't. Go away.
There you are. They are plotting again. What the hell is going on up there?
I'm just looking under the bed, Colonel. I keep a torch there to blind burglars with. Have another drink, Colonel.
What do you mean another? I haven't had one yet.
Oh, poor Colonel, let me get you.
No, I'll get myself, thank you. Let me get you another lemonade.
No, thank you, I can manage for myself.
So this is what they mean by a blind date. I've always wondered, what the hell is going on?
Nothing. Gay old Bamberger's only coming to look at my work tonight, and we've had a mains fuse.
Is that the reason for this furtive clutching?
Look, I just can't explain things at the moment.
Who's that frightful girl?
Just a friend.
She sounded more than that.
Well, actually, it's Carol. I told you about her.
The idiot Dad.
Actually, she's rather a sweet girl. We've become quite good friends these last 6 weeks.
How good.
Just good.
Have you become friends with her father too?
If it's any of your business, Claire, they just called round to meet Mr. Bamberger.
I don't believe you. What was it you wanted to tell me on the phone tonight?
Nothing.
You're lying.
Ah, here comes the Inquisition. Look, Claire, if you ever loved me, just slip away quietly now. I'll come round later and explain everything. I promise.
I don't believe you.
Please, darling, please, please, please.
At last, a decent glass of scotch. Are you getting your lemonade?
Yes, thank you.
No, we're late already.
Oh, that's nothing, Colonel. Millionaires are always late. It's
You're quite right, Mr. Gorry. That's how I always imagined it. Hands like silk and
That's clearly the way in his bedroom. And they're having a tete-a-tete.
What a fragrant suggestion, Mr. Gorringe.
No one in the world kisses like you.
I missed you so badly, Bryn. I had to see you. I thought about nothing else these last 6 weeks. Bryn, I made the most awful mistake walking out.
Claire, please. Darling, can't you trust me for an hour?
Of course I can, darling. You don't want me down there?
Right.
Then I'll stay here. I'll get undressed and go quietly to bed. When you've got rid of them all, I'll be waiting.
That's a terrible idea.
It's lovely.
Brinsley!
Look, I just can't explain things at the moment.
Oh, very well. You can explain later, in bed.
Look, Claire, I told you no. Not tonight.
Either that, or I come down and discover your sordid secret.
There is no sordid secret.
Then you won't mind my coming down.
Brinsley!
Right, stay. Keep quiet. Blackmailing bitch. Yes, my sweet.
What are you doing up there? You've been an eternity.
I'm just looking in the bathroom cabinet. Never know what you might find there.
Are you trying to meddle me, sir? Are you trying to set me into a fury?
Certainly not, sir.
I warn you, Miller, it's not difficult. In the old days of the regiment, I was known for my furies. I was famous for my furies. Do you hear?
I may sing!
I may knock your teeth in.
Pretty proud, then, talking about it like that.
I wasn't talking to Daddy like that.
Where are you talking to?
No one. Myself I was talking to. I was saying, if I keep on groping about up here, I may knock my teeth in.
There's a self-made. There's no other explanation. You got yourself engaged to a lunatic.
There's something going on up there. I'm coming up to find out what it is. Do you hear me, Bryn? I'm not such a fool as you take me for. I know when you're hiding something. Your voice goes all deceitful. Very foxy eggs.
Darling, that's not very ladylike. I'm sure the Colonel wouldn't approve of you entering a man's bedroom in the dark.
I'm coming up, Brinsley. I'm coming up.
I'm coming down. We'll all have a nice drink.
Hello, please. Mr. Miller. I have come as arranged.
God, it's Bamberger. Yes, Bamberger.
You must have thought I was never coming.
Not at all, sir. Very pleased you could spare the time. I'm afraid we've had the most idiotic disaster. A main fuse.
You'll have to speak up, dear. It's stone dead.
Oh, God. I'm afraid we've had a main fuse. Not the best conditions for seeing sculpture in.
Not to worry. Here, I have a torch.
Oh, what a relief.
Oh, how clever of you to carry a torch, sir. Or is it an essential part of a connoisseur's equipment?
Connoisseur.
Yes, dear. Speak up.
May I introduce Colonel Melkett?
Right honor, sir.
Miss Carol Melkett?
Hello. Terribly kind of you to take such an interest.
Neighbour, Harold Gorringe.
Very honoured, I'm sure. It's a real thrill meeting you.
And another neighbour, Miss Furnival.
We're all taking refuge from the storm, as it were. They are soft. Much soft.
Excuse me, please. Why are you all shouting at me? I'm not deaf.
Tommy, he was.
I bet he was.
My father was.
Sorry, sir. I misunderstanding.
Yes, will you purchase that smart little cap?
My cat.
It's so wildly original.
Sorry, you've seen that before. We all have them.
You mean it's some kind of club? And that is very exclusive.
Oh, yes. Absolutely impossible to get into.
My father used to say it's easier for a rich man to go through the eye of a needle than a camel to enter heaven.
What an extraordinary object. May I go?
Of course, please.
Fascinating.
I like to think of that piece as representing the two pinnacles of man's unrest. Self-love and self-hate. They both lead to the same point. Do you see?
That is obvious. It is. Of course. They have the clarity of all great art.
Great art.
You meant to say you like it? Very much, don't you? By all means. Yes, of course. I hope you do. It is simple, but not simple-minded. It is ingenious, but not ingenuous. Above all, they have a real moral force. Of how many modern works can one say that, good people?
None really, none.
I hope I do not lecture to the fault with me.
Not at all. I can listen all night.
It's so terribly profound.
I don't know anything about this, I'm afraid, but it's an honor to listen to you. Don't listen! Look! Witness! Revere! Here, amazingly, I feel the passionate embrace of similarities to create an orgasm of opposites. Unprecedented, good people. Here, at last, is incest in ironworks.
Jolly well done, Mr. Miller.
You should charge immense sums. I hope it's very, very expensive. This one, for example, how much is she?
50.
500 guineas.
Ah, so. Very cheap. But then what is cheap, my dear? There is no way possible to relate beauty and money. An equation in which one term is reality and the other unreality cannot be considered.
No, of course not.
Will you have it, Dad?
Darling, aren't you rushing things just a little? Would you like to have a look at some of the work in my studio?
And I thank you, no. As Moses discovered, it is sufficient for the truly mature man to glimpse milk and honey. He does not have to wolf them down. Well,
Would you like it then?
very much.
Bravo, Mr. Miller.
All 500 guineas, structure me, if I had it.
According to last week's Sunday Mirror, you must be worth at least £100 million.
The Sunday papers are notoriously ill-informed. According to my last bank statement, I was worth £96 and 10 pence.
You mean you've gone broke?
No, I mean I never had any more.
Now, look here, sir. I know millionaires are supposed to be eccentric, but this is getting task.
Daddy.
Millionaires? But who do you think I am?
Damn it, man, you must know who you are.
Mr. Bamberger, is this some kind of joke you like to play?
Excuse me, that is not my name.
It isn't.
Certainly not. My name is Schimpanzee, Franz Emmanuel Schimpanzee. Born Weimar, 1930. Student of philosophy at Heidelberg, 1955. Refugee to this country, 1963. Regular employment ever since with the London Electricity Board.
Electricity?
Electricity.
You mean you're not?
Of talking to us about orgasms and incest. Another time you're here just to mend the fuses.
Toiletry, sir, is monstrous.
It is.
You come in here, a public servant, pretending to be deaf. You proceed to harangue your employers, unasked and uninvited.
But I was invited.
Don't answer that! Miller, show this fellow to his work.
Excuse me, the maids are in the cellar. Would you mind?
All right. So, farewell. I leave the light of art for the dark of science.
Let's have a little less of your lips, shall we?
In the old days, people like that would be fired on the spot for impertinence.
That is absolutely right. Ever since the Beatles, the lower classes think they can behave exactly as they please. And Miss Furnival was only saying before you came, Daddy. Nowadays,
It has been rehearsed. Well, a place with a lot of people like that. Marvellous. Fight no war for them, bankrupt yourself, make yourself the beggar nation throughout the civilized world, laughing stock everywhere. And what for? People like that. Bounders. Bullshit bounders. Ungrateful, insubordinate shower of crabs. No doubt, Miller, this all seems very square to you, eh? Very middle class and stuffy, what?
None of this evening's happening.
oh, cheer up, darling. In a minute, everything will be all right. Mr. Bamberger will arrive in the light, he'll adore your work, and give you £20,000 for your whole collection.
Oh, yes.
Then you can buy a super Georgian house and live what's laughingly known as happily ever after. I want to leave this place just as soon as we're married. Why? I don't want to live in the slum for our first couple of years like other newlyweds. What's the matter with you?
The gods listen, darling. They've given me a terrible night so far. They may do worse.
I know, poor darling, we've had a filthy evening so far. Poor baby kings. But I'll fight them with you. I don't care a fig for those naughty old body pegs. Do you, Not a single little bit.
What is it?
It's raining!
You can't be.
What's going on?
What the devil are you making such a fuss about? What are you holding for? Oh, I'm drenched.
It's a leak. The water mains must have gone now.
Don't say there's someone else here.
Good Lord.
Who's there? Come on, I know you're there.
I bet you it's Mrs. Punnett. Mrs. Punnett, my cleaning woman. She does for me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
What will she be doing here now?
Well, she rang up earlier, said she might look in around to tidy up the place.
Seven man is almost 11.
She's not back on justice. She couldn't be.
Well, Susie, Mrs. Punnett.
Don't disturb her, Colonel. She doesn't like to be disturbed when she's working. Why don't we just leave her to potter around upstairs with her duster?
Let's first see if it is her. Mrs. Punnett, is that you? Mrs. Punnett!
Hello? Yes?
It is! Good heavens, Mrs. Punnett. What on earth are you doing up there?
I'm just giving the bedroom a bit of a tidy, sir.
At this time of night?
Better late than never, sir, as they say. I know how you like your bedroom to be nice and inviting when you're giving one of your parties.
Yes, of course.
When did you come, madam?
Just a few moments ago, sir. I didn't like to disturb you, so I came on up here.
Was it you pouring all that water on us then?
Water? Good heavens! I must have upset something. She's as black as Newgate's knucker up here. Are you playing one of your games, Mr. Miller?
We've had a main fuse, Mrs. Punnett. The man's mending it now. The lights will be on any minute.
Well, that'll be a relief for you, won't it?
Now, why don't you just go home?
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't come before, sir. I was delayed, you see. My Rosie's been taken queer again.
I quite understand.
It's her tummy. There's a lump under her belly button the size of a grapefruit.
Oh, nice.
Worried? Poor little Rosie. I said to her this evening, I said, there's no good you're being mulish, my girl. You're going to the hospital first thing tomorrow morning and getting yourself ultravioleted.
Well, why don't you just run along home to poor little Rosie? I'm sure she must need you, and there's really nothing further you can do here this evening.
Are you sure of that, sir?
Sure, thank you.
I mean, I know what this place can be like after one of your evenings. A gypsy caravan isn't in it. Gin bottles all over the floor. Bras and panties in the sink, and God knows what.
Please, what can't you say, madam? You don't know it, but you're in the presence of Mr. Maller's fiancé.
Fiancé?
Yes, I'm her father.
Oh, Mr. Miller. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Fiancé. Oh, sir, and you never told me.
I was keeping it a surprise.
Well, I never. Oh, how lovely. May I kiss you, sir, please?
Yes, of course.
Oh, sir, I'm so happy for you. And for you, miss, too.
Thank you.
And for you, sir.
There you go.
You must be Miss Clare's father.
Miss Clear? I don't understand.
Well, I never. So you got him at last. Oh, well done, Miss Clare. Oh, I never thought you would. Forgive me, sir, if I'm speaking out of turn. But you must admit, 4 years is a long time to be caught in one woman. 4 years is stretching it a bit nowadays.
Mrs. Punnett, please.
Well, yes, dear. It's been all that and a bit more, really, hasn't it? And of course, 'twas just in time. 'Twas getting a bit prominent, your little bun in the eye. Oh, miss, I don't mean that's why you popped the question. Of course it's not. He's always been stuck on you. He told me so. Not 1 week ago in this room. Mrs. Punnett, he says. Mrs. Punnett, as far as I'm concerned, you can keep the rest of them. Miss Clare will always be on top of the heap for me. All I says. Then what about that debutante bit? Carol. The one you're always telling me about. Oh, her, he says. She's just a bit of Knightsbridge candy floss. A couple of licks of you others.
When you say 4 years, madam.
Yes, Colonel. 4 years in this room.
I know that voice. It's clear.
Clear, huh?
Clear.
Surprised, Bryn?
I don't understand anything that's going on in this room.
I know. It's a very odd room, isn't it? It's like a magic dark room where everything happens the wrong way round. Rain falls indoors. The day becomes at night and turns in a second from a nice maid into a nasty mistress.
Be quiet, Clear.
At last, one real word of protest. Have you finished lying then?
Prams. Prams. Prams in all those hideous wild baskets filled with babies and bottles. Cornflakes over there before they sink you and leave you to yourself. Biscuits over there, cat food over there, fish cakes over there, eggs over there. Brimstone, brimstone, television dippers,
Come on, Bernie. I think it's time we went home.
You are quite right. I'm sorry, Mr. Miller, I can't stay any longer. Your millionaire is unpardonably late. Express my regrets if you please.
young lout in my day who dared to treat a girl the way you treated my dumpling.
Happened, sir?
You're to be thrashed, sir.
Oh, thrashed, sir?
You'd have felt the mark of a father's horsewhip across your seducer's shoulders.
Ooh. You villain!
Harold!
You skunky, conniving little villain!
What on earth's the matter, Harold?
Have you seen the state of my room? My room, my lovely room. The most elegant and cared for in this entire district. One chair turned absolutely upside down. One chair on top of another, like a portobello junk shop.
It was an emergency, Harold.
Don't talk to me, I don't want to know. I know what you think of me now. Don't tell Harold about the engagement. He's not to be trusted, he's not a friend. He's just someone to steal things from.
Now, you know that's not true.
I know I was the last one to know, that's what I know. I have to find it out in a room full of strangers. As for you, all I can say about your engagement is this. You deserve each other. You and that little nit. Oh, see there are you. Skulking in the shadows.
Leave her alone.
I'm not going to touch her, Brinsley. You give me my things now, or I'll call the police.
Don't be ridiculous, Harold.
Item. One Coalport vase, dated 1809, with a pleasing design of daisies and peonies.
On the floor.
On the floor? You've even taken the flowers. This is the end of our relationship, Brinsley. We won't be speaking again, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to smash you, Brinsley.
Now, steady on, Harold.
Yes, I'm very much afraid. I think I'm going to have to smash you. Smash. A smash. Smash. A smash.
Stop it, Harold, you've gone mad.
Well done, sir. I think it's time for reckoning.
Now, be reasonable, Colonel. Let's not revert to savages. Harold, I appeal to you. You've always had civilized instincts. Don't join the army.
Get him, Daddy! Get him! Get him!
Clear! Help!
David! Careful, my little dumpling. Keep out of the way.
I shall kill you here to hear everything.
Never idea. Smart tactic, son.
Mr. Miller?
Oh, it's the electrician.
What are you doing here? Have you mended the fuse?
Are you going to keep us in the dark all night?
Don't worry, the fuse is mended.
Thank God for that.
Hello, please. Mr. Miller. Where are you? Why is this darkness? Is it a yoke?
That is not very funny, good people. Just because I'm a stranger, to imitate my voice.
Mr. Miller, I have come here to give attention to your sculpture.
God keep Himmel!
God in Himmel!
God, it's him! Bamberger!
It's Tom! Bamberg!
Bamberger?
Don't worry, Mr. Bamberger. We had a main fuse, but it's mended now.
Mr. Miller?
You'll have to speak up, darling. He's dead.
God, don't worry, Mr. Bamberger. We've had a main fuse, but it's all right now. Everything is all right now, Claire. I'm just in the nick of time.
So, here now's an end to your troubles. Like Jehovah in the Sacred Testament, I give you the most miraculous gift of the creation, light.
Light.
Thank God. Oh, thank God.
I wouldn't thank him too soon, Brinsley, if I were you.
No, and I Brinsley, if I were you.
Nor would I, pretty Winnie, if I were you.
Well then, thank me, for I shall pray God for this second. Attend all of you. God sent, let there be light. And there was, good people. Suddenly, astoundingly, instantaneously, inconceivably, inexhaustibly,